His cologne, a sharp, expensive scent of sandalwood and ambition, was the last thing I remembered clinging to me as my world ended. Preston's arms were wrapped around my waist from behind, his chin resting on my shoulder as we swayed gently in the soft light of our penthouse living room. Outside, the city glittered like a carpet of fallen stars. Happy anniversary, Karis, he murmured, his voice a low, seductive hum against my ear. To us, to everything we've built. I leaned back into his embrace, my eyes closing as I tried to savor the rare moment of peace in our chaotic lives. He was my husband, my partner, the brilliant CEO to my ruthlessly efficient CFO. I had dedicated my entire adult life to building his empire, believing it was ours. Then, his grip tightened, just a fraction too much, the warmth in his touch turning possessive, cold. You know I'd do anything for this company, right? He whispered, his tone shifting, losing its practiced tenderness and revealing the steel beneath. Anything at all. The question hung in the air, a chilling premonition. Before I could answer, the memory dissolved into the blinding pain of impact, the sickening crunch of bone against marble, and the suffocating darkness that followed. Section 01. The sharp, cloying sweetness of a cheap floral perfume jolted me back to a world I thought I had left forever. It was Brielle Kenner, Preston's executive assistant and my supposed best friend, leaning over my desk with a saccharine smile plastered on her perfectly made-up face. Karis, are you awake? Thank God, great timing. We need the CFO's final authorization for a large purchase order, and the corporate seal. Of course, it's just a formality. I'll reimburse the funds personally later, I promise. There it was, the exact same line, the same cloying smile, the same venomous lie that had been the first domino to fall. My breath hitched, my hand flew to my neck, expecting to feel the sticky warmth of blood, but there was nothing. I wasn't at the bottom of a flight of stairs, broken and bleeding out while my husband calmly called security to report my accidental fall. I was in my office, the sleek, minimalist space I had designed myself. It was yesterday, or rather, the yesterday of my previous life. The cacophony of cheers and excited chatter from the main office floor confirmed it, a sound that now felt like a funeral dirge. I pushed myself up from my chair, my movements stiff, my limbs heavy with the ghost of remembered pain. My heart was a cold, heavy stone in my chest. I leaned against the doorframe of my glass-walled office, my knuckles white as I gripped the cool metal. I watched the sea of celebrating employees, their faces beaming with a joy I knew was bought with my life. Brielle, seeing me, flitted over like a social butterfly in a designer dress, her hand reaching out to link with my arm in a show of familiar, treacherous affection. I sidestepped her touch as if she were poison. She didn't miss a beat, her wide, innocent eyes blinking up at me, a perfect picture of confusion. It's for the team, Karis, to thank them for all their hard work this quarter. The limited edition Chrono Critters collector's set for everyone. Isn't that exciting? Exciting. In my last life, that exciting gift was a multi-million-dollar expenditure she fraudulently put through using my credentials, my trust, my name. When the auditors came, she and Preston had stood side by side, feigning shock and sorrow as they threw me under the bus. They used my signature, my authority, to line their own pockets and then watched, impassive, as I was sentenced to pay back 10 times the amount. And when I threatened to expose them, they killed me. I met her gaze, my own eyes feeling like chips of ice. The old Karis was gone. Just then, Preston emerged from his own office, a broad, charming smile on his handsome face. He walked directly to my desk and picked up the key to my safe deposit box, where the corporate seal and my CFO-level security fob were kept, and held it out to Brielle. Go on, Brie, he said, his voice dripping with a casual authority that undermined my own. Get it done. Your sister Karis is busy. You can handle this. Brielle's fingers brushed against his as she reached for the key, a spark of triumph in her eyes. My hand shot out like a viper, snatching the key from midair. Preston, I said, my